Hi, I'm glad you came back. I'm Verne Thayer, and this here is Capture Nature's Beauty. This is part 2. We're doing this picture right here. It's not too hard, it's kind of simple, but a lot of fun. And we did it with a knife. We're going to continue on with using a knife, but we will have to switch to a brush. My knives. Got them out here. And there's the other one. Okay, so I would, just to recap, I would put the paint on and I sweeped it up like that. The blue, I put it on like that, entirely with a knife. But I didn't take and mix the paint perfectly. I let it be like a marble type thing, so we'd have some variation up here. Same thing with the water down here. And it's been a week and it's still not dry in places, I found out today. But the paint is on there a lot thicker than when you use a brush. So that kind of makes the difference. Okay, so to continue on for today, I think I'm going to put this beach head, I think I'm going to bring it up here more. So, and then we'll have the grass in. And we'll do a little bit of final work on there, a little detail. And then I'll also have to put the white in. Actually, I probably, yeah. All right, so we'll get started. So the first thing I think I'll do is see if I can't put this ground in. And I like to keep my whites clean, so I use one just for that. I think I'll make this a little bit darker, because this is where the water is going to be, right in here. Okay. Now, so there's not a lot of splashing going on. There's a little bit of waves there, so we won't have the big curl. It's just going to be a little bit of mixed greenish color where the air bubbles come up. So let's see if we can make a little bit of green. I think I'll gray it out a little bit. That's a little bit too much. Let me gray it down a little bit more. Add a little bit of French ultramarine blue. Oh, by the way, the colors: titanium white, cadmium yellow, Indian orange, or Indian yellow, French ultramarine blue, cerulean, chrome oxide green, burnt umber, raw umber, burnt umber, and we have Davies gray. Okay. How's this look? It'll speed up the drying some, and also give me some thickness to the paint. All right, let's see how that works. I'm just dragging it on. I'm not trying to make it perfect line or make it a perfect cover. Cover, I mean, all together same color. I'm just dragging it like that. You can see it a little bit. And I'm just gonna take it over here a little bit, drag it and see. Get some variation there. I'm gonna make a little bit green. Add some white to that. Now, let's see. There we go. I'm not trying to, like I say, I'm not trying to cover it up perfectly. I just want to this is going to be behind the wave, the little wave that's there. These are the bubbles. After the wave crashes in, it's all bubbles, white, looks like foam. Okay, now we'll take some white, put that over there. I got to make some gray. This is like midday, so there's not a lot of light coming from a low angle, which would give us some nice shadows. But still has to be some shadows there for the light. You got to have contrast. You got to have light against dark type of thing. Big against small. And let's start off with the Davies gray. Now I'm going to use a little cerulean in there. Touch of French ultramarine blue. So I'm going to start just try to lay it down there. Actually, that's too light. That's almost the color of the water. We'll darken it up a little bit. All right, let's try that. I'm just laying it down gently because I put some of that green on there, and if I press really hard, I'll just end up mixing this color with the green. Hi, I didn't introduce my friend. This is Bailey. She's my girl, huh? Yeah. I know. But I don't need any help. No. Thank you very much. Yeah. I don't need any help. Now go lay down. Drop. 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 Stay. Okay. We'll get some lighter color. And we're going to put that I think I'll use my brush for this. Whoop. There's nothing that says you can't use your brush. There we go. See? I don't want no. Whoop. All right, that's right. We'll save it. There we go. I don't want to have great big crashing waves. Okay. I'm just using the corner of the brush. This is the corner or top here, and I'm just touching it. And again, the hard thing is not to show a pattern, repeat. That's my downfall. I have to watch myself, because I'll do the same thing over and over, like a darn machine, some kind of stamping machine. Okay. Now I'm tapping it and going up like that, a little bit, just to give it a little bit of action here. Yeah. Okay. Now, I noticed that there is a curl in the waves, you know, and I like that, but I don't want it way over here. So, there's nothing to say that you can't move it. Nothing to say we can't move it. So let me take a little bit of, I'm gonna mix a little this yellow and a touch of that green. Maybe a little darker. Add some nice white to that. So we'll try that. Now, where is it going to be? I don't want it directly in the middle. I don't want it on the end. So I want it, but we're going to have tall grass here. So a nice curling wave will be hidden. So we're probably better off right here. And I don't have to have too much grass there. So if we take that and we just curl it. Maybe I'll get a little greener. So you take it and just curl it down. And maybe a little bit here. Yes, I like that. You know what? Let's make this a little feature here. We'll put that in. Put that in here like that. Okay. We'll add some of that dark color in here. Yeah. Okay. Now, see, we're changing it a little bit, which is okay. Now let's get some of this darker green here, like that. A touch of French ultramarine blue. And let's take that just on the end. Let's darken that up in here a little bit. See if we can. Now, the top of the wave is curving like that. The wave in there would be turning like the opposite there. So let's. There we go. Adds a little bit to it. We can. Yeah. We can even do a little something over here. Just leave that like that. Don't want to draw too much attention to it. It just breaks it up. And the grass will be there, so. Okay. I think I'll use the old thumb trick. There we go. Now, got to darken a part of that even more. Let's use this here. There we go. And let me take this. Got to use a brush this time. So we're going to take and try to darken that. Little shadow there. And then we're going to make it darker up here. Right there. that. What we can do, actually, we can actually bring that up a little bit. We can actually, let's bring this up to here. Yeah. Okay. Now get some of this green, we'll put that back here. Let's get some of this darker stuff here. We said the sun was up here, but you know what? I'm going to move the sun. I'm going to move the sun back over here a little bit. And I'm going to just take a touch. Let's see if I can get that in here. There. That just highlights it a bit up top. The water is getting thin. The water's getting thin there. And the sun is able to poke its head right through the water. Okay. Some water in here. Some more of that gray in here. Alrighty, do some more of that gray. Bring that up here even. Bring it all the way over here. Well, we might change we might change this thing entirely here now. Can't go any lower than the tape, Verne. You ran out of sand, out of beach. Yeah. All right. We gotta do something with that. Okay, that's good. Now let's go back to our knives here. We're just mixing little white caps. We just want to touch. I just got very little paint on there. I'm just dragging it across. I painted this with the palette knife, and it's very thick, and it should just pick up here and there. Yeah. So I'm not loading the knife up very much. I'm tapping it down flat like that. And that gives me an uneven surface on the bottom. And the high spots will catch the paint that's raised up from when we painted this before. Then over here, we'll just do the low line where the sun's reflecting off the flatness of the water. You might have a hump on this side and a hump or a wave raising up on this side, but the flat on the bottom will reflect the sky. So we're just going to, we could actually maybe use a brush better. Just just suggestion. It's a little more choppy than we show in the picture here, but that's okay. Do a little bit here. Because this could be all white, foamed up from waves gone beforehand. Stirring up, it stirs it up and get the bubbles, and they float on top for a while. Now, I don't know if I should or not, but let's try something. If it doesn't work, you can always wipe it off and and do it over. But if we took some sky color, just a little bit of sky color, let me try that if this works. I need something more bold. See if we can darken that up just a hair. So that reflects the sky a little bit. Same thing here. All right. What else can we do? Can we do anything? There's a headline, and I like that. Let's put that in. I almost forgot that. We can. Okay. that is a bit dark. So we'll just lighten that up a little bit. I don't want to look like it's too close. I don't want to fade away into the sky. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. So I'm going to take knife and I'm just going to touch it. Remember I was putting the dark paint down and we went above? I said that's not a problem because we're going to have a headline. I think we're going to have to use the brush here because I want this to be all right. Let's that's too much. That's too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to wipe some off. And that will now see how that took that and pushed that way back? Now, I'd like to tell you that I planned it that way, to have to wipe it off, but I didn't. It's one of those things that happen, and you fix it. Yeah. And sometimes your fix comes out better than you could have painted it. Yeah. Although this is a lighter blue than that. That's more of a gray, purple gray. But that's all right. That works. That works. Right, girl? Huh? Doesn't that work? What do you think? What? You got something to tell me? What you got? What you got to tell me? Hmm? You think it's finished? Do you? Yeah? Yeah? You tell me all about it. Hmm? You say it's done? Okay. Yeah. See, I got some professional help here. Yes. You growling at me? No, you're snorting. All right, you go over here now. Come on. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Is there anything we can do with the sky? Well, maybe at the horizon. Why, hi. Hi there. All right, let's see. Got two. So let's see here. How does this work? we'll continue that on. There. That help push the horizon back there a bit? Yeah, I think so. I think it does. All right, I like that. I use my fingers about as much as the brushes, but it's whatever that works. Whatever that works. Okay, I think that's where we better stop before I ruin everything. Yeah. Now, let's take the tape off and see what we got here. Let's see, what kind of damage have I done? Get that off. There. Yeah. All right. Actually, this painting is, this picture is down at Cape Cod. But because I've got the so far down, the waves and the shore, I can't put the grass. Grass would have to be down here. But that's all right. That's all right. That's not a problem. I like that. That came out good. So, don't be afraid to take a palette knife, like that, and try it. Lay it down gently, bring it across. It'll touch here and there. And you have a look and you think that was interesting. But the trick is to be very delicate. And you're coming across, just very, see how I'm doing it here? Just touching it, just touching the high parts. And have some fun with that. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. This has been episode 10, part 2. And if you would like to paint, give it a try, and you have any questions, get in touch with me here at the Cable TV, Milford, and I'll do what I can to help you. And if you want to take lessons, you should. I don't give lessons, but you could. There's plenty of artists out there trained, and you can learn a lot if you want to do this as a hobby. And try it as a drawing, maybe. Do a drawing first. Maybe start with some pencils, or if you're bold, you can go right into oils or watercolors or acrylics. There's a whole thing. The thing is, you're always learning, and that's what attracts me. No matter which painting I do, I learn something different. There's like the so-called happy accidents that Bob Ross coined, but it's true. It's true. You know, you're painting along and something didn't come out the way you planned, but well, it looks so good, I'll leave it. It's very good to have a hobby, and this is a great hobby to have. And we got plenty of scenery around in this area to look at. The surrounding towns, we have beautiful spots. There's no shortage of paintings if you want to do landscape. I'm traveling all the way around looking for spots. Sometimes it's just the color or where the sun hits. I guess you could say I try to paint the light, and that's what I try to do. So, in the meantime, grab a brush or a palette knife and have some fun.